Well, it's good to see you this morning. Thank you so much for checking in with me. And today it's December 23rd, 2024. And this morning we'd like to look at 1 Samuel chapter 4, verse 9. So grab your Bible if you would and turn there. And I appreciate you spending this time with me. And while you're turning there, let me encourage you to subscribe to the channel here or like the video, share it. Any interaction you give with that certainly helps the algorithms and really just helps us to be able to get, the devotions before more people's eyes. And that's kind of what we're hoping to do here. So we're in 1 Samuel chapter 4, verse 9 today. It says this: "Take courage and be men, O Philistines, lest you become slaves to the Hebrews, as they have been to you. Be men and fight." All right. In these verses, the Philistine leaders rally their troops to stand firm and to fight. And the phrase, "be men," is a call to courage. It is a call to strength, urging them to overcome their fear and to press forward in battle. And their initial fear of God's power had left them paralyzed, but now they are emboldened by the strength of their own resolve. The leaders are determined not to let Israel's God intimidate them into submission. You see, they believe that their military might and their courage will be enough to overcome God's intervention. Now, this moment really does reveal the hard-heartedness of the Philistines and their refusal to submit to God's power, even when they understand the magnitude of it. Now, the contrast between the Philistines' fear and their call to fight is striking. While they acknowledge the might of Israel's God, they still believe that their own strength is going to win the day. And in this way, they illustrate the human tendency to trust in our own abilities and our own resources, even when we are faced with overwhelming odds. Now, the Philistines' resolve to be men and to fight reflects the misplaced confidence that comes from trusting in human strength alone, rather than humbling oneself before God. Now, they believe that their courage and their military strategy can overcome anything, even the power of God. Now, I think this is a timely reminder for us not to rely on our own strength whenever we're facing challenges, especially when we sense God's conviction in our lives. I mean, like the Philistines, we often respond to difficulties with self-reliance. We are convinced that our efforts are going to be enough, and because our efforts are enough, we're going to overcome. Yet God calls us to trust in Him, to surrender our strength to His will, and to depend on His wisdom and power rather than depending on our own strength. And when we stand in our own strength, we are ultimately destined to fail. But when we trust in God, He will fight for us. And so let me ask you, are you facing challenges or obstacles where you are relying too much on your own strength and your own wisdom? Today, reflect on any areas of your life where you might be resisting God's help or trying to do everything by yourself. Ask God to give you the courage to let go of self-reliance and trust in His power to fight for you. And when we humble ourselves before God and depend on His strength, we can be assured of His victory, even when the odds seem absolutely overwhelming. I hope you have a blessed and victorious day. Take care. See you back here tomorrow.